in this. So I think that is a very,
okay.
They have the sympathies with us, and now that the show is on, and I don't think, let the show be over, let's not try to, make it more murky. Let them all come back and let us all in the States once again, take that, step, whether they're going to ban the artist or not. I don't think anybody can prevent anybody from working anywhere.
Okay. Let me bring in Sabah, who joins us from Colombo. He's the director for Bizcraft. Sabah, the million-dollar question is, and there's no direct response to this so far, why is Amitabh Bachchan not there? A lot of people linking this with the commercial release of Ravan, which has a Tamil version, it has a lot of interest in the South. Is it really linked to that? He's been the face of IIFA for the last several years, since the time it began. Why is he not there in Colombo?
I think everyone makes choices and everyone has situations that they require to deal with. And Mr. Bachchan would make his own decision, and he's free to make his own decisions. He is the IIFA brand ambassador, and it's not necessary that a brand ambassador has to be there at every event, and that's fine.
Okay, you're saying he doesn't have to be there at every event. I want Anna's thoughts on this, Anna. How much is this linked to Ravan? The release of Ravan and the interest that Ravan has in the South, and the fact that Abhishek and Aishwarya are both there.
You know what, firstly, I think part of the problem right now is that there's complete lack of clarity. Amitabh Bachchan hasn't issued a statement on why he's not there. And obviously, Sabah has to say everyone will make their own decision. But in the past 10 years, the Bachchans have been played up so hugely at the IIFA Awards, to the extent that, if you remember, Shatrughan Sinha had once said it's the International Indian Family Award. Other film stars have been antagonized, and while they might not come on the record and state it off the record, almost everyone in the in the Hindi film industry has had an issue with the way the Bachchans have been played up at the IIFA Awards. And obviously, if this event is taking place, Bachchan, so strongly associated with it, suddenly decides not to go. His son and daughter-in-law are not going. It goes without saying that at least the public and the media will draw the conclusion that it's because of Ravan, which releases 2 weeks from now, and Aishwarya, Mr. Bachchan's daughter-in-law, is in both the Tamil and the Hindi versions of Ravan. So that obviously is going to affect her career greatly if the South Indian Film Chamber of Commerce were to boycott that.
But Mr. Sriram, I want your thoughts on this. There's so much being done to highlight the cause of the Tamils. Even today we saw Sabah go along with Salman Khan to Jaffna, to a displacement camp where Tamils are being kept. They're saying money being generated from this event is going to be spent in charity. It's going to be spent on highlighting the problems being faced by Tamils. The film stars are saying we're doing what we can to support the same cause that you so strongly espouse, and what's wrong with that?
I would request the participants to now get into the core issue of the Tamils in Sri Lanka. See, the issue of IIFA, why there's been protest in Tamil Nadu, is primarily because of last year's civil war. More than 50,000 Tamil civilians have been killed by the state forces. And there is a pending investigation on war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide of Tamils by the Sri Lankan state. So that had evoked a strong protest from Tamil Nadu throughout the year last year, and this is a core issue. When a state is being, which is under pressure from the global community, which is under pressure from the United Nations to probe the war crimes and all the crimes the state had perpetrated on the civilians, why should IIFA be held in Colombo?
But now, Mr. Kumar, let me ask this question to Mr. Kumar. Is this not in a way giving publicity to the cause that you're espousing? That there are Tamils in Sri Lanka who've been displaced, who haven't been rehabilitated. All of this really brings out their cause to the public.
When the civil war ended at the demise of Mr. Prabhakaran, see, there were about 3 lakh Tamils to be settled. And there was a team of MPs who visited the settlements and things like that. They said they were quite satisfied with the settlement that was going on there. But in spite of that, there's still a lot of people to be settled over there, and that is the main issue over here. So the sympathies, basically by language, we are connected to the Tamils living in Sri Lanka, and we are definitely concerned being the immediate neighboring, the bordering state in India that is very clearly concerned or deeply concerned with this. So we guys have our anguish and pain. We have registered our support with the Tamil brothers over there. We just want peace and dialogue. At the same time, we want the settlement of the Tamils to be in order, and that is what we are looking for. And that is why they once again are saying, when things are not yet totally to the satisfactory, why this should be conducted over there. That is the only issue. Now that we are not against IIFA being conducted anywhere in the world, but when it comes to right now at Colombo, but still things, of course, they are also doing the best to trying to settle the Tamilians. We cannot blatantly, say they are not doing anything. They are also trying to do their best. And I think the Indian government has to also take a decision on whether they are very clear, whether they have resettled the Tamils. They should also come out to say that to even always come up and ask the film industry. Okay. Film industry is the only industry who have to always rise to the occasion and say, we guys are protesting. I think we are protesting. Fine, we have our sentiments towards them. But I think the foreign policy, even the Indian government, the state government, should also take cognizance of the whole situation. Try to tell us whether we should go or we should not go.
Well, the central government clearly allowed IIFA to be held. It gave permission for the organizers to go to Colombo.
Going there. There are sentiments which we have, of course, we have voiced our opinion, and it is for the central government. I think it is for the central government, and I would say, apart from being the South African Film Artists Association president, I would say I think the government should take notice of all these things. Who should pass orders or who should pass pictures for people to go to the other country, whether we are going to have some kind of relationship with our neighbors or we don't want to have a relationship with our neighbors, has been decided very clearly by the central government. I think we should have our foreign policies very clearly marked. That's what
Shashi Tharoor has waded into this controversy. He says he will be giving out an award at the final function. Let's see what happens with that developer tomorrow as he waded into yet another controversy. For the moment, Sharad Kumar, R. Sriram, Sabas, Jyovakan, and Vedika, thank you very much. Up next is Action Station, where we bring you Sachin the Crusader. After helping his friend Sachin Tendulkar take